Hello folks, welcome back. I was doing my watering today. I will make a watering video as well. I was just giving my orchids a good soak, and this is one of my rescues, and I put it in one of these pots that has nice big holes for air. There we go, let me show you. There, you see there's nice big holes, so they get a lot of air circulation going on, because roots actually, orchid roots especially, are epiphytes and they like air as much as the moisture, of course, but the air is very, very important for them. So this is crucial that they get air. So it's good to find pots that you can, or any type of utensil that you can actually have holes in it. You can actually burn holes in as well if you've got something plastic. But anyway, as I was saying, I was watering and I came across this leaf. Now the other leaves are okay. I'll give you a quick shot. See all these leaves? They're a bit close, aren't I? Need to be a bit further away. But all these leaves are okay. All of them are okay. Give you a good look. Root system is okay, and leaves are okay, except for this leaf. Now with this leaf, I just want to say it's normal for any orchid to lose its lower leaves. I mean, this is the lowermost leaf, as you can see. So, right, as you can see, all its other leaves are pretty okay. I mean, they don't have any yellowing. This leaf is curling slightly, only because it was trying to, face the light. Because obviously here it's not a greenhouse situation. I mean, there are huge windows here, but they're all on one side. So basically the leaves don't get light coming in from the top as it would in nature, where they can all fan out normally. They only have a light source coming in from one side. So obviously one of the leaves is going to try and strain itself to face it. So, but then again, it's fine. I mean, it's turgid and it's fine. This is very turgid. This leaf here is very turgid as well, very nice. But this leaf, now it is turgid. I mean, it's strong, like it's not floppy or leaf or leathery, but it's strong. But as you can see, there's some yellowing here. Oops, get it out of the way. There's some yellowing starting right from here, going up, and towards the end, the tip is actually green. You see? The tip is green. But the inside is yellow. Now, this spells trouble. If the yellowing was starting from the tip and then going slowly, gradually down to the crown, that would be okay, that would be normal. That would just mean it's an old leaf, because it is the one right on the bottom, and that all the energy is being sucked back into the plant. And because it's just an old leaf, it's just expending its old leaf. But it's not like that. It's actually starting from here. So that actually means there's problems. And it could be that there's a disease or something here in the crown, here. So I have to actually investigate, or if I don't want to unpot it and disturb it, I mean, I have actually watered it recently, so I might not want to disturb it. It's always best to get rid of the leaf, especially if you have others, so that you don't have to worry about the plant dying because of lack of leaves, because it's always best to sacrifice the one to save the whole plant. And I can give you a very good practical example of that in one of my other videos. I'll link it down, where I actually was handed a blooming orchid from an orchid seller. He just gave it to me. He just said, this has got a disease in its newest leaf and it's finished. So he just gave it to me because he said, look, I'm not going to sell this, and it looks like it's on its way out. It's dead. It's got this disease and it's going to die. And the blooms were all drooping, and so I took it and I saved it. So, you know, I'll give you a link to that video, and I'll show you how I did that also with sacrificing the infected leaf. Now, this leaf doesn't even look infected. I mean, it doesn't have any disease patches or anything, but that yellowing, that is a warning sign. I mean, why is it yellowing there, right at the crown? So the way I usually remove the leaves, if I'm removing the whole leaf and not just a section of it that's been damaged or diseased, I take it from the tip, and you see this line that goes down the middle? I just rip it starting from there, and I open it up, you see? So I'm opening it up because you want to use the path of least resistance, and I'm going to take it down, right down to the tip. There. And as you can see, it just falls apart. It opens up, and it's easy to just unfurl it off the main crown there and there. And then it's easier to pull off without damaging, least amount of damage. And it is pretty live, so it's not going to be easy to pull off, but just try your best. Actually, it's come off quite easily there. Now, let me show you. You see those black marks? That's some sort of disease. That's not good. So we're getting rid of that. Okay, that's gone. And the other side as well. Let's put it off as gently as possible without damaging the rest of the plant and the roots and the leaves. Let's see if I can get a tool to help me. Let's turn it around so you can see. See, it's just attached on a little bit, and if I wriggle it around a little bit more, it should come off. It's got, there we go. That one doesn't have too much disease on it, so it should, you know, but the other side did. The other side had a lot of black, if you have a look. So it's good we're getting rid of that. Now, get rid of all the little remains as well, because otherwise they stop new roots forming, or they might stop them, but the roots will have to expend a lot more energy to get through those sheaths. And as you can see, there's more, I can get you up close, there's more dry sheaths there. Can you see from the older leaves? And I'm going to remove those too. That will help the new roots come through. In fact, when you get rid of them, you can actually see beginnings of new roots. So let's get rid of these. Excuse me, mind my hands. I know I'm not giving you guys the best view of it, but let me give you a close-up. This is the sheath, these dried up sheaths I'm trying to remove here and here, just to clean it up a bit. Sometimes I need the help of either some scissors or some tweezers like this. Anything to help me pull it off. So there we go. Yeah, that was easier to grab hold of there. Once you pull it off, you can grab it with your fingers and then it comes off like that. See? The sheath. They're the dried sheaths that have just dried up now. There. And that will give space for new roots to come out without the least amount of energy being expended. Okay, now I'm going to inspect to see what that blackening was. Now, as you can see here, there's a bit of blackening here, and I might cut that off because you never know. I mean, it might just become more infected to the next leaf as well. So I'm going to, oh, it's actually coming off by itself. So I'll just remove that. There. Now, at least we don't have a leaf that's there trapping air and moisture and harboring some sort of fungus or bacteria that will eventually eat up this leaf, then make its way through the crown. Because once the crown's gone, it's game over. So we've got that cleared up. Now I could actually even give it a little dab of either hydrogen peroxide, 3%, or a tiny bit of alcohol, dabbed on with a Q-tip. So let me get that out. Okay, a bit of alcohol, which is isopropyl alcohol, and it's 70% solution. And I'm just going to put that on neat on a little Q-tip because I'm not actually going to get it on the roots or anything. I'm just going to dab it lightly where I removed the leaf. Some people like to put cinnamon. I could do that too. I mean, now that it's slightly damp. But I think the alcohol will be enough because it doesn't look too bad. Just a little bit of dabbing on there, just to kill any remnants. I mean, bacteria isn't only bacteria if you can see it. I mean, that's when it gets in a higher quantity, but obviously it's still there even if you can't see it. So rub that on, and I might actually give it a little dusting of cinnamon. I might not, depending on how I feel, because cinnamon, although it's very good, you don't want to get it on the roots unnecessarily because it can dry out the roots. So that's that. And that was just a little tutorial on what to do to keep your orchids safe from bacteria and getting eaten alive. Thank you.